AFEX is an evolving organization, so I would rather take a little trip down memory lane and talk about where we're coming from.
So when I think AFEX, I definitely think commodities. I think that's essentially in our DNA. But I also think Africa prosperity, the capacity to use the power of commodities to then enrich the lives of Africans.
I'll put AFEX as an entity that is out there to revolutionize the operations, the activities in the commodities ecosystem in Nigeria.
AFEX is a solutions provider. We come up with innovative ways to solve issues that arise for people participating in the commodity space.
AFEX is a licensed commodities exchange. It's the first licensed commodities exchange in Nigeria. It's a capital market operator where we provide efficient trade and settlement of commodities.
I'm basically an entity that supports the evolution of the market as it is right now to one that would be globally competitive and positioned to set the country and the continent on the path to supporting commodities trading.
In 2021, we are doing different things in a more strategic way.
We are going with a much more laser-focused approach in terms of addressing all the issues we've identified over the last 5 to 6 years, right?
Fundamentally, this year will be the year where we start to build ecosystems around technology, around financing, and around the commodities market more broadly.
AFEX is doing so many things to change the face of agriculture.
As opposed to pursuing a broad strategy, we now have structures in place to deliver targeted strategy to focus on key segments and key aspects of the value chain.
We'll be going into new value chains and also a greater focus on the local market as well, and seeing if we can expand our reach down to the medium and small players in the space as well.
Before I say what we're doing differently, I'll say what we have done past 5 years, which is really to establish the infrastructure that will then support our solutions around providing access to market, access to storage, and access to finance.
AFEX in 2021 is leveraging on its 5-year plan, which we tag as Project Black Elephant, to ensure that we scale on a 10x basis.
In 2021, AFEX has then gone through a process I would say is unbundling what we had as an exchange into 3 entities to operate independently of each other.
So what we're doing differently this year is to do a lot of market education to get market participants ready to adopt services and solutions beyond agriculture that we are known for into solid minerals and energy.
AFEX will be breaking into different businesses.
The first is AFEX Commodities Exchange, like I explained earlier, to handle the commodities ecosystem. All commodities now fully integrated, both your spot market and your derivatives market.
We will be piloting a lot of activities in derivatives trading, right? And we'll be introducing a couple of more interesting fixed income products that would be listed on the exchange and will be available for players in the ecosystem to trade.
Second, we have to have a financial solution that works for Africa. One that works from a structuring, from a tenor, from a pricing standpoint for the continent and for the commodities value chain that we're interested in.
We have AFEX Investment Limited, which is structured to increase the engagement with capital markets operators in designing sophisticated products that would diversify their investment base, right? Last year we did the asset-backed commercial paper. This year we're looking at growing that base and then being able to increase the pool of investors there.
Fundamentally, then we need a market, an efficient market system that is not, it's fair, it's transparent, and it promotes equality. It's also very tech-enabled.
AFEX Fair Trade Limited will be bridging the gap and improving the livelihood of farmers through input financing, through access to output markets, and also provide storage for their commodities.
Fundamentally, we understand that to have an Africa that can trade with the rest of the world but also can feed itself, we essentially need to have 3 core powerhouses, which essentially becomes our base.